Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I hope all of you are doing very well. This is going to be a video for my series on my channel, and this is for Thriller Thursday. So I'm going to be doing this video for a case that's, I don't know, it's very weird. It was something that transpired years ago, but I happened to come upon it. Don't ask me how. I really couldn't tell you. Probably just messing around trying to, look for something on the internet, and that's how I came about this case. I couldn't tell you exactly what I was looking for, and because I don't remember. I remember just noting down the name, thinking that at some time in future I'll do a video. Anywho, so before I get into that, to all my subscribers, I want to say thank you so very much for joining me. I do appreciate you. I appreciate your comments, your participation in the live streams, your contributions. I truly, truly appreciate you. So just know that. Thank you so much, and thank you for your continued support. And for those of you who are dropping by for the first time and just visiting, I hope you do subscribe. I hope you do give me a thumbs up and hit the bell icon, because I do post videos on a regular basis. I do videos where I cover all these criminal cases, tarot readings actually, and then I also do monthly, weekly, and year ahead tarot for all sun signs, and I have live streams, I have classes. So and of course it's all free. So however, if you do want to get a personal tarot reading, do email me. My email address is therealtarot1123@gmail.com, and I will send you the information on the different kind of readings I do and how much it's going to cost, how long it takes, and yada yada yada, so you can get your own personal reading done, because the weekly, monthly, and yearly that I do, those are general. Another thing I want to bring to your kind attention is I do have another channel which is dedicated purely for astrology. There too I post on a regular weekly, monthly, and year ahead astrology. I do both Western astrology and Vedic or Sidereal astrology, and the channel name is The Real Astrology 1123, and of course the email is therealastrology1123@gmail.com. Again, same thing. When I post the videos, it is general. So if you want to get your own personal astrology reading, do email me, and I will be more than happy to send you the information with regards to, the different kind of astrology consultations I do, how long it takes, how do we go about it. I do astrology consultations for kids, for teens, for relationships, family dynamics, for your birth chart, solar chart, all those things, for your career, that sort of stuff. So having said all of that, let's get started with this. Excuse me. If I'm looking a little puffy, if I'm sneezing, if I'm clearing my throat, etc., that's because today got a little bit windy, and just as the wind picked up, of course, it's been windy all day. I had to take my boy for a walk, and every time the wind kicks up, I rest assured I'm going to have allergies. So, oh my goodness. I can't even step outside, y'all, when the wind kicks up. Oh my God. And the filters in the vents, we change them every month, like literally every month. They say usually if you do it, but we don't smoke, we are non-smokers, and we don't have a wood burning fireplace. And we hardly ever use a fireplace actually. And in my previous home, when I had the wood burning fireplace, we would burn firewood during winter time, and I would have sneezing fits, but I would put up with it because I do really enjoy a wood burning fireplace. This one isn't. So in spite of all of that, we changed the not the vents, what's it called, the filters, every month on the dot. Like it's marked on the calendar, and regardless of what day of the week it is, what time it is, make sure it gets changed. So, but in spite of that, I struggle with my allergies like this. So anywho, so much for the intro, right? So let's get on with the main reading. So this reading is for this lady called Teresita Basa. Teresita Basa. I don't have a date of birth. I have the only information I have is that she was born in 1929, and I believe she was born in the Philippines. So let me quickly look it up. Her date of death has been confirmed as February 21st, 1977. So Teresita Barca. Okay. Let's take a look here. Oh, bad gateway. Oh, okay, Google. That's fine, Google. Whatever, Google. So let's take a quick look. Uh, so here we go. It's just available on the internet. I don't know her date of birth. I just know that she was born in 1929 in the Philippines. So Teresita Basa was an immigrant from the Philippines who was found mysteriously murdered in her Chicago apartment in 1977. So that's all I do know. And there's all this thing about how her friend or somebody or her sister or somebody, they didn't find the killer and a ghost visited her, and then she went and told the detectives, and sure enough they were able to put away the fellow who murdered her. So then they're questioning whether it was really a paranormal, psychic experience that the sister had, or whether the sister had something to do with it. So February 21st, 1977, Ruth Loeb phoned Teresita and they chatted for a little bit. Loeb would later testify that Teresita was expecting a friend to come over, but she didn't give any further details about who he was or the purpose of his visit. And something happened and he died, and it's all very, very complicated. I'm not even going to get into it. So for 5 months, police had no leads, no idea who could possibly want Teresita Basa dead. However, 6 months after she was murdered, the Washington Post reported that Dr. Jose C. Chua Jr., who was a co-worker of Basa's, claimed his wife Remy Bias was having visions about Teresita's murder. And doctor, I would like to ask for your help. The man who murdered me is still at large. Dr. Chua claimed his wife said while she was in a trance. When he pressed his entranced wife further about her identity, she said, I was really surprised and scared when I asked her name, and she answered Ako E, which I suppose translates to I am Teresita Basa. But she told me I had nothing to be scared of. She was really pleading for me to help solve this murder. Yeah, I don't know about all of that. Sounds very fishy, isn't it?
No medical exams on
Oh,
policies
stop.
under.
Pardon me. I'm trying to get out of it and something else is popping up. So Teresita Basa, let's take a look. I'm actually going to do something very fishy. I have a feeling that whoever had the visit, I don't know if that person had something to do with Teresita's death and is trying to and portrayed it as she had a vision. And oh my God. So let's take a look. I'm sorry, y'all. It's these allergies get me. What? Come on. Oh. Oh, wow. Ah, I'm about to fall over, y'all. I'm about to fall over. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So, what I'm going to say, just as I thought. So, the question I asked was, that other individual who claimed to be Teresita's friend or something, whether she was responsible for her death, she had anything to do with Teresita's death, and it was a very, very clear cut yes. You know how we write, let me see, yes, then we get yes, and then we get like a big yes. You know how we write like this? You see that, a small yes, and it goes bigger and gets more emphatic. That's the message. So yes, 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 like that. So oh my goodness. I knew when I read about that case, I was like, there's something off over here. So she was found dead or something in 1977 on February 21st. Yeah, and about 5 to 6 months later is when this person, I was thinking, well, she died in Feb. Why did I say July? Well, July is when I think, say, 5 to 6 months after her death is when she went and asked the police or something like that, the Dr. Chui's wife or something like that. I don't know, y'all. I'm all confused. This case, let's take a look. So, Teresita Basa. Whew. Okay, this one just flew off. Sagittarius. Fire. Jupiter. Oh my God! You know how she died? Apparently, she was found burnt under a mattress, and she had a knife in her heart. Where I'm getting the EBGBs. I'm really getting the EBGBs, y'all. Okay, so are you too, Bunny? He agrees. Sagittarius is known to have the symbol of the bow and arrow. It's a fiery sign. Fire. Jupiter. Fiery fiesti. Oh my goodness. Okay. So hang on a second. So 20, 30, 41 plus 9 is 50, right? So then I already had 11 and 12. So her 11th house was like-minded people, groups, and friends. Based on the calculations I have, I don't have a date of birth. I have the only thing I know that she was born in the Philippines in 1929. Date of death was February 21st, 1977. So 11th house, 12th house. So 12th house is karma, hidden supports, institutions. 11th house is like-minded people, groups, and friends. And 5, based on this, is speculation, love affairs. And 5 in the tarot also symbolizes strife, right? 5 of cups, left out in the cold. 5 of pentacles, financial issues. 5 of wands, rivalry, challenges, and obstacles. 5 of swords, abuse, etc., bullying, etc., violence in a relationship. So any which way you cut it, absolutely. That fire thingy is absolutely so. And bow and with a knife, absolutely. Because look at the way it is. See, actually, the cards are like this. This is how you should see it. Hang on one second. So the first card was sad, second was fire, and then Jupiter. You can clearly tell. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. All right, Teresita, show me what you got, honey. What is going on? What is her friend's name? Give me 1 second, y'all. I should have noted this. Come on, computer, wake up. Okay. So Wikipedia, okay. No, give me 1 second. Where did it go? What is her friend's name? I want to know her friend's name. So she was born in 1929 from Philippines. She moved to the United States in the 60s to study music. She later became a respiratory therapist at Edgewater Hospital in Chicago, Illinois. Quiet and unassuming, she was the last person one would expect to be a victim of a violent crime. However, at 9 p.m. on the night of February 21st, 1977, the fire department was called to put out a fire in her apartment. In the blaze, they found her nude body under a burning mattress with a butcher knife buried in her chest. Investigators believe that the fire had been set to cover up the murder. There was evidence that she was a victim of sexual crime. The autopsy, however, determined that she had not been raped. There seemed to be no apparent motive for the crime. Investigators could also find little physical evidence, as most had been destroyed by the fire. One piece of evidence that was found, however, was a memo from the memo that stated get theater tickets for AS. So they're saying her co-worker Remy Bias Chua. Remy Bias Chua. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Remy Bias Chua. I'm going to keep the screen up, and I think the guy. They finally decided to get the fellow Alan Showery, who they say is responsible. Okay, let's keep that in case I need to go back and refer to that. So her friend's name is Remy Bias. So let's see. If the High Priestess card or the Empress card pops up, then I can say that that friend is responsible for her death. And all this thing about, oh, I had a dream and Teresita came in my dream and all. Yeah, no. The Chariot card, okay. The Magician. The Devil energy or the Devil card. Oh, why did I close it though? I shouldn't have. Sure. So let's take a look. If the High Priestess or the Empress card comes out, then 100% her friend has something to do with it. Her friend is responsible for her death. Remy Bias Chua. Whoa. So 29 to 39. So she was 48 years old when she was murdered. Oh my God, way too young. I mean, let me take that back. There's never a right age to be murdered. What am I saying? I mean, don't get mad at me for saying that. I mean, far too young to die. And having said that, now watch me dig myself up in quicksand here. There's never any age to, right age where one can say, oh, it's okay, they live their life, right? I mean, some people get to live to be 100, 102, 103. And from the outside, we may say they lived a good life, so that's good, or, however. But we don't know how their life really was, if you know what I mean. I should stop rambling because sometimes I talk too much. I got these cards. Okay, I'm getting annoyed now with myself, so I don't know whether, because I'm being told to organize my cards. I'm being told to get organized. Oh, Queen of Cups. Two of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Five of Wands. This to me is telling me definitely Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. Two strong females. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, here we go. No, y'all, that friend is definitely somehow related to the crime. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. There is some sort of a illicit three-way kind of a relationship, and there has been a lot of arguments with regards to that, and a lot of fighting. Okay, Five of Wands, it does talk about challenges and obstacles. I do believe Teresita Basa did some way, shape or form, whether she knew it or not, was an obstacle she was in the way of, what is that friend's name? Oh God, I should write it down, but I don't want to. What is her friend's name? Remy Bias. So I'm going to say that Teresita somehow ended up being in a situation where her friend Remy Bias thought Teresita was an obstacle for something she wanted to do. This has definitely got to some drama to do. I don't know if Teresita and Remy Bias's husband, who's a doctor, had something going on, and Teresita thought that, and Remy Bias, okay, let me rephrase. Teresita and Remy Bias's husband must have worked together. I'm going to say Remy Bias's husband because he calls himself Dr. Chuy, C-H-U-Y or something. I wonder if the two of them were having an affair and Remy Bias found out about it and she set it up to have Teresita knocked off. That's what I think it is. That is what I think it is. With a chariot card, it talks about, maintaining focus and balance. Then we have the magician is a doctor, okay? And then we have the devil card, which talks about deviant sexual energies and dependencies and sexual uh, relationships that are not within the confines of, as society would think, confines of marriage or confines of a committed relationship. Oh, this MEBS person is 100% involved in a death. I guarantee, well, whenever I use the word like 100% in guarantee, everybody gets their knickers in a twist. I don't know why. Based upon, disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my opinions, my observations, and my views. Please do your own due research, do your own due diligence, form your own conclusions, and draw your own opinions, okay? So I'm going to say, based on what my cards are showing me, that Teresita must have had some kind of a relationship with the doctor who is Remy Bias's husband. I hope I'm getting the names correct. Teresita is the one who died. And I think she got jealous or she got annoyed and she had her knocked off and she used that guy who ultimately went to prison for. She set it up like that. I don't think it's a random case of that man just walking into her house and just knocking her off. This is like really weird. Let me, oh my goodness. Okay. So you can see. Hang on. I hold my hand here like this sometimes because when I feel my hand is a bit shaky to steady it. Whew. Thank you. So a lot of people ask me, well, so just in case you're wondering, so for me, when I'm setting up a question, it rotates. Okay, when it's a top to bottom, north south, it's a yes, and east west or west east is a no. That's how I read my pendulum. So in case anybody's curious, I am going to stick to my understanding, my opinion, my observation that I assure you that Remy Bias had Teresita killed. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. And must have used that guy to take the fall. Must have given him a whole bunch of money. Oh my goodness. Yeah, offer of money was made 100%. Two of Pentacles says there was a choice, multitasking. The fellow had a choice to make. He had to make a decision. I don't believe he was given much time, or he would have been left out in the cold. Absolutely, because of money. People will do anything for money. At least some people, right? So I'm thinking that he was offered a good sum of money, and choices. His time was running out. He had to make a choice. He must have had a great need for money in his life. I don't even know what his name is. Let me see, what name are they saying? Hang on one second. Alan Showery. I have to go look up Alan Showery now because I don't know. I think ultimately after Ramibias's so-called trance thing where Teresita came to her and told her, they went and arrested Alan Showery, and everything panned out. And then after that, the police didn't pursue or even interrogate Ramibias any further. Can you imagine? This is 1977, okay? Can you imagine this doctor calling up the police officers and saying, my wife just got into a trance and she had a visit from a ghost, and the ghost is Teresita, and she's saying that this, and this is how the murder went down. Okay? But did they? Okay, fine. I'm a psychic, I'm a medium. We see things, we hear things, and yeah, it is very, very absolutely, it is possible. Yes, it is. It has happened. It will happen. Yada yada. But why didn't the cops go and investigate Ramibias any further? It seems too convenient because there was no other witness to it. I don't know. I'm just saying that I think that chick is responsible. I think the doctor kind of knew too, and he had to cover his tracks, or he would have. Oh my God, as I say that, yes. 2 times, look, yes. Because they had inappropriate sexual relations. That's why all that went down. Twelfth house karma, yeah. 11th house groups and friends, yeah. And 5th house love affairs, yeah. Because for Teresita, 5th house, 11th house, and 12th house. 5th house is love affairs and speculation. 11th house is like-minded people, groups and friends. 12th house karma, hidden supports institutions. I guarantee the doctor used to help her also a little bit financially. I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder if those days, way back in 1977, that's what, 40 years ago, did they even 40, 50 years ago, did they even do any forensic accounting or anything like that? I don't know. This is crazy, y'all. This is seriously crazy. I wish they would go and open the case. So if she was born in 29, that would make her almost, yeah, this is 2022. That would make her 90 years, somewhere abouts there. Oh my goodness. If that Ramibias is still alive, that is. So he goes. Did we get the Six of Pentacles here? No. Because they were able to pin it on the Allen guy is apparently because Teresita has jewelry was missing, and somehow the police find her jewelry being worn by Alan's girlfriend or fiance, and that's how they were able to tie it up, because of the jewelry, not because of anything else. What's to say that they didn't find the jewelry and they wore it, or what's to say that they didn't buy it off a pawn shop or buy it off of this lady, or who knows, right? The police would not have believed them. I mean, look at the demographics. I'm sure those days in 77, that discrimination was pretty avid, a lot more than now. Six of Cups, nostalgia, wishing like things were in the past. The Sun card, the Hermit card. I'll take these two. The King of Wands, And the Lovers card, y'all, I can't, y'all. So I guarantee, yeah. Oh my God. I can't. Take a good look at these cards, okay? What is the common denominator here? Okay. So we have the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups does talk about nostalgia. It's wishing things were like they were in the past. And I think all this drama, after all of this, I believe that the doctor and his wife, Rami Bias, and her husband, who's the doctor, they were able to. I wouldn't be surprised if they shortly after might have moved. I don't know if they did or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if they moved. And I'm going to say with the sun card popping up, yes, it does have something to do with jewelry because gold, jewelry, good things in life, absolutely it has something to do with that. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm also seeing that the case was like, okay, let's back up because I'm getting ahead of myself and y'all might get upset. Explain to us Kirtana type of thing. I'm going to say for sure with the Lovers card, okay, the Sun card, the Hermit card, the King of Wands, absolutely without a doubt, there was a little bit of soul searching done by the doctor to come forward years later and say, hey, I'm sorry, but this is how it went down. I was afraid for my life because my wife is a psycho. And he kept it hidden, okay, with the Lovers card again. He kept it hidden. The Devil card again because he was tied to her, right? It's almost like control. I guarantee she controlled him. And with the King of Wands, I do believe he was afraid to take action. He had to restrict himself. He had to hold back. He had to think carefully. Otherwise, his whole career would have come to a standstill. So he had to revisit and rethink. And also, I do believe I wouldn't be, okay, I'm going to say this. I wouldn't be surprised if within at least about, oh my God, now I don't know how long after that case did Rami Bias or her husband died, or did they lose a child who was in his or her early 20s, or I wouldn't be surprised if the two of them parted ways then, or I wouldn't be surprised if they actually relocated. That is the doctor and his wife. Y'all, I'm telling you, this has got everything to do with an illicit relationship between Teresita and her friend's husband, the friend finding out and having her bumped off. And that's basically how this went. So all this finding jewelry and this and that and the other, that was all a setup. Absolutely all a setup. I'm surprised the police bought into it and didn't research any further. I'm like really surprised. One more card for Teresita. Let me see what she has to say. One more card. Okay, she wants me to use this deck. Willing to take a giant leap of faith. I wouldn't be surprised if the doctor actually was at some point in time thinking about taking a giant leap of faith and actually moving in with Teresita or even divorcing his wife and starting a new relationship with her. And that's when the wife found out and she goes, oh no, honey, you don't do that. I'm going to get rid of her and I'm going to make sure because, okay, that's all I'm saying. Yay. For real, people. She's not letting me go. Okay, what else? Okay, I don't know why I'm asked to do this. S and 2. I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm going to keep it here. Four. So I don't know whether they did have a son who or a child who passed in the early 20s. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to stop this reading it now because I don't want to go too far into this. I hope you enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up. Do let me know your opinions. I mean, your comments. I'd love to hear from you all. And excuse me for looking a little like puffy-eyed and sounding off. It's time for Bernie to go for his third walk of the day, and I am not taking him out because it's windy and I know I'm going to be in a mess, just sneezing. And you know how when you have a really bad fit or cough or sneezing, all the sides and your abdomen and everything hurts. Oh my God, it's hurting already. So I'm going to stay indoors and I'm going to wait until Mark comes home. Hopefully Mark will take him out. And he's also kind of just happy lollygagging in the house. So yeah, that's our story. What can I say? Thank you so much, everybody. I do appreciate you all. Please take care, stay safe, all right? And do let me know your comments, what you think of this case. Bye for now. Blessed be.